We can't depend on ourselves being intelligent and thoughtful citizens of the planet. Back in the 1980s, there was a laudable attempt by none other than Ronald Reagan to reduce emissions of CO2 from cars. And he had brought in a regulation that the car makers were forced to produce smaller cars or more efficient cars, but it was easier to produce smaller cars. And they did that for a few years till they got tired of it. And then they thought, well, how can we get around this? Let's pretend that this car, a huge car, is actually a commercial vehicle. So they invented SUVs, the sports utility vehicles, which were actually, it's a car, it's a big, fat, expensive four-wheel drive car that guzzles gas in the way that traditional gas guzzlers guzzle gas. Suddenly, the whole of America was awash with SUVs. And from Europe, I was looking at this and thought, this is greed and stupidity to the nth power. It won't catch on anywhere else. Suddenly it caught on in Europe, and in Britain, everywhere is like that. Cambridge, which is the flattest part of the world, is full of SUVs which are driven by mothers taking their children to school. Presumably they feel if they take the child to school in a tank, it's less likely to be injured than if it just goes to school by itself. And so you can write a kind of book about the stupidity of humanity as demonstrated just by one thing, which in my case I would say is SUVs, that if the world wanted to be less destructive, SUVs would never be built. No company would build them because nobody would want to buy a pointlessly heavy four-wheel drive vehicle designed to go up mountainsides to take your child to school in a small town. So that makes me despair about the human race. That sort of thing makes me feel, well, either we don't deserve to survive, or if we are going to survive, it's despite ourselves. We have to bring in a method like taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere that will enable us to survive despite all the crazy thinking that seems to pervade the human race.
Let's talk about writing off your auto expense in the most strategic manner. First is really the SUV or the truck strategy. If it weighs more than 6,000 pounds or greater, you can take huge depreciation expenses.